Good morning, students. After recapitulating all the terms that we have done previously in the previous week related to chapter number 2, basic accounting terms, now I am continuing some other important terms. That is profit. First of all, profit is absolutely, you can say, the synonym of the income. Profit. It is the synonym of the income, you can say. It is also, we can say, the surplus or excess received from sale of goods. That is known as the profit. It is, you can say, it is very similar to income. Next is gain. Students usually take profit and gain synonym to each other, while these are not synonym at all. As far as the accounting term is concerned, these are absolutely different from each other. Like if I talk about profits, profits is the surplus of revenue over the expense. Suppose a business is producing whatever the goods and services and selling it, and whatever the excess amount is receiving, that is known as a profit. But what are the gains? Gain is absolutely different. These are the monetary benefits. These are the monetary benefits or advantage resulting in the sale of due to sale of fixed asset. And these are incidental in nature. These are incidental in nature, because we know very well whatever the business we are doing and we will get the surplus or excess money than the cost. So that's why that is known as the cost. But if I talk about the gain, these are the monetary benefits or the advantage that is resulting due to sale of fixed assets. This we get from the sale of goods. Gain we will get from the sale of fixed assets. Suppose you have a land, purchase a land of rupees 2 lakh, and earlier after 1 year you just sold it for 2,50,000. It means whatever the 50,000 and monetary gain that you are getting in resulting of selling the fixed asset, then it is known as the gain. And it never will happen again and again or regularly in the future. It may be incidental, any time of the business you can get it. I hope profit and gain is clear to everybody. If anybody have doubt, please note it down your query in the query session after last 10 minutes. After the lecture, in the last 10 minutes, I'll discuss with you. The next is our loss. Loss is absolutely opposite to profits. Loss can be of two types. If I talk about the first means that is excess of cost over revenue. Sometimes this can be happen that we get the less revenue and the cost of production is more. Like our cost of production is 3 lakh and our revenue is 2 lakh 50 or 2 lakh 80,000, then whatever the less amount we are receiving, that will be the loss of the business. And second, it can be like sometime any of the mishappening, just due to any mishappening, any of the loss incurred, then it is known as due to mishappening. Or activity against from receives no benefits, then it is known as the loss of the business. It is any of them is mishappening like loss by theft, loss by fire, loss due to accident, any leakage, any wastage has been done there, and then it is known as after loss, we will do the next term that is related to goods. First of all, goods. So, goods are the products in which business is dealing. Like if you are a cloth merchant, then cloth is the goods of your business. For example, Cloth for cloth merchant. Furniture for furniture merchant. Any kind of business in which product you are dealing, that product is known as the goods of the business. Now, goods are defined in the different types in the books of accounts. Suppose you are purchasing the goods, then it is known as purchases. It is known as purchases. What is known as purchases? Purchases. Purchases are the goods bought by the business the goods bought by the business in an accounting year. The goods bought by the business in an accounting year is known as purchases. Please keep in your mind, in an accounting year is must. Whatever for a certain period of time we purchase the goods, it is known as purchases. I'm telling you again, the goods in which the business is dealing, bought by the business in an accounting year, is known as the purchases of the business. Always remember, it may be credit or cash purchase. And whatever the goods that is returned by the business, whatever the goods returned by the business, then it is known as purchases returned. Suppose you have a business and you purchase the goods of rupees 5 lakh from any other wholesaler or the producer. After receiving the goods or purchasing the goods, you feel like the goods of 50,000 rupees are not as per your order or have some fault. What will you do? You will return those goods. So, returned by the business are known as purchase returns. So, whatever the returns by the business is known as purchases. Return means which returns? The goods return. Goods returned by the business are known as purchases return. Next is our sales. Sales means the value of goods sold by the business in an accounting year. Sold by the business in an accounting year. In a particular year in which you are preparing your account, whatever the total value of the goods that is sold by the business is known as sales of the business. It may be the credit or cash sales. Any kind of sales can be there. It can be the credit sales or it can be the cash sale. Suppose a customer purchased the goods from you and he just don't find it up to mark, or due to any reason that customer return the goods to you. So whatever the value of the goods returned by the customer is known as sales return. So I hope the term sales and sales return is clear to everybody. Purchase and purchase return we also have them. Now, stock. Stock is the value of goods kept by the business at a point of time. Here we are not talking about the accounting period, I'm telling you. In previous purchases, sales, we were talking about the time period, whatever the time period, whatever the accounting period in which the goods are purchased, in which the goods are sold. Like throughout the year, we purchase the goods of rupees 5 lakh, or whether we sell the goods of rupees 7 lakh or 8 lakh or 10 lakh. It doesn't matter that altogether we sold 8 lakh. In the beginning in January, we have the sales of rupees 20,000, in February we have 50,000, in next month we have the 60,000, like this, and we sum up at the end for a particular period and it has become the total 5 lakh, 6 lakh, whatever it is. That is related to period. Please keep in your mind. But if I'm talking about the stock, it is the value of the goods kept by the business at a point of time. At a point of time, whatever the value of the goods are kept by the business. Like on January 1st, the stock held in the business is value 50,000. Then that is known as the stock. Stock means the value of the goods that is kept by the business at a point of time. That is known as the stock. And stock can be, it can be the stock of, for the manufacturing concern, it can stock of raw material. Like you are a cloth merchant and thread is, and cotton is, sorry, cotton is the stock of raw material for you. Suppose you are a manufacturer of cloth, then cotton is stock of raw material in your business. And stock of work in progress. What is stock of work in progress? Some of the cotton is just kept in the godown. That is the stock of raw material. But some of the goods, like it's lying in the machines in the form of thread or yarn or whatever it is, then it is known as the stock of work in progress. Whatever the cloth you have manufactured, that will become stock of finished goods. So what is the stock of finished goods? The cloth that is manufactured by the business. Whatever the cloth you have manufactured, that is your finished goods, and that is ready to, that is not kept in machine, that is not kept raw in the business, that are ready to sell, that is the stock of finished goods. So what is stock basically? Stock is the value of goods kept by the business at a point of time. For the manufacturing concern, the stock is the raw material, stock of work in progress, stock of finished goods. Suppose you have a manufacturing concern of cloth manufacturing. Then the cotton is raw material for you. Third is work in progress that is kept in the machine during the process of manufacturing. Stock of finished goods will be the cloth. Cloth means the particular cloth that is packed and ready to sell. And if we, on the basis of accounting period, if we talk about the types of stock of goods, the types can be the opening stock. That is very much important that you have to differentiate. The treatment will be different of opening stock and closing stock of the business. Opening and closing stock both are different and treated differently in the books of account. Opening stock means the stock that is lies in the business on the opening date of the accounting year. Suppose your accounting year is started from 1st April to 31st March. It means whatever the stock that is lying in the business on 1st April is known as the value of opening stock, and whatever the value of the stock that is kept by the business or holded by the business on the closing date of the accounting year is known as the closing stock of the business. So what we did, let's recall the goods we have done, the product in which the business is dealing, purchases, the goods bought by the business, and sales, the value of the goods sold by the business, stock, the value of the goods that is kept by the business at a point of time. For the manufacturing concern, the stock of raw material can be there, stock of work in progress, stock of finished goods. And if I talk about the types of stock, it is opening stock that lies in the business on the opening date of an accounting year, and the stock that is lies at the end of an accounting year, it is known as the closing stock of the business. I hope up to this clear to everybody. If you have any doubt, please mark down your query. In the query session, I'll discuss each and everything with you. Let's continue with the next term, that is your bad debts. To learn about debtors, debtors are those parties or person who has paid debt to the business. But sometimes what happened? Sometimes it is happened like any of the debtor unable to pay your debt. Sometimes any of the debtor unable to pay your debt, then it is known as bad debts. What are the bad debts? Bad debts means the debtors unable to pay the debts. They become unsound or insolvent. They are known as bad debts of the business. It is all about for the terminology that we have to discuss for the day. Let's start your query session. If you have any query, please raise your hands.